live from the Parliament of Ukraine to explain actually what is the position of Ukraine regarding peace and what could be possible conditions of negotiations and what we are ready for and what we are not. First of all, I want to express that in the recent days we were very much concerned here in Ukraine because of different signals that are coming from the US and different parts of the world regarding any possible deals that are already made without Ukraine or so. And there is a great danger is in this narrative. And I want to reflect a little bit about that. So, first of all, I want to explain why Ukraine is not a commodity and why you cannot make a deal about Ukraine and why it's much wider than Ukraine. We're not a transaction. We're not just a number of economic opportunities. We're in the middle of Europe. We have millions of people. Our security is very much dependent and is affecting many factors around all the globe, not only in Europe, but also in Africa, in Latin America, and Asia. We are that land between so many different countries that is actually connecting different components of the global security. Currently, Ukrainians are probably the strongest nation with one of the strongest military capabilities and capacities and skills and knowledge that our men and women have. We are very resilient. We have lots of leadership in our people. And if you just make a deal about some of the raw materials in Ukraine, it's not how it would work long term. It is very important to think long term when we think about any possible peace deal that will provide the world real peace, not only Ukraine. So what can it be? Our formula is called peace through strengths. It is very important to remember that peace cannot be a surrender. Peace is a result of certain solutions that will make our security stronger, our European security stronger. In our case, we know that Russia can always fight against us, and not only against us. And if we don't have military capacities, if we don't have economic capacities to be strong and actually to provide real resistance to any possible occupation coming from an aggressor, then it's not going to work. We are just not naive, and we know that the economic deal without long-term security vision will not work here. And I'm reaching different audiences now to explain this, because you just cannot make only economic deal here, or you are too naive and not understanding what actually Putin is capable of. He's not, the thing is that Putin is not naive. He knows what he wants, and he wants more land, he wants more control, he wants a real imperialism. What would be very important for us is actually security guarantees. It's something that we paid a huge price for. We are not naive anymore. We know that declarations don't matter anymore. Real actions matter. So we need very specific weapons here. We need very specific, possibly foreign troops in Ukraine that will provide that area that is currently at the front with security and with peace. And if it cannot be settled now, then it can be settled with the foreign troops being there. We cannot say that we are going to exchange on any of the territories, but we can discuss certain territories that are currently occupied that We will not be gaining them through the military ways. We will be fighting for them diplomatically. Another question is NATO. NATO for us, it's existential need, and NATO, I believe, existentially needs Ukraine as well, because we are that country with our technologies and people that actually can provide that global security. There is no other country in the world and any other society that really is experiencing a war so large scale as we do. So I absolutely know that actually it's other way around, that NATO needs Ukraine to be able to provide security for their societies, for the societies in other states. So just want to repeat that Ukraine is not a commodity. Ukraine is a state, is a part of a global security future, and without Ukraine, the global security future is not possible. It's very much important to remember that.